Why some state universities are seeing an influx. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below. In order to accommodate those transfers, who were really in panic mode because their world was turned upside down, the university has quietly and informally made its deposit and scholarship deadlines more flexible, Mr. Melvin said. The flip side, he said, is that some of the university's out-of-state students are returning to their home states. But while the balance is in flux, he hopes that Kansas will see a net gain because it is perceived as a safe place, where the incidence of infection and death from the virus has been relatively low. What's more, he said, most of the university's out-of-state students live within a 5 to 8 hour drive. Even if we have a second wave, God help us, many of our students, even though they are from out of state, can get home, he said. Public universities like Kansas and West Virginia have long struggled to compete against prestigious private schools that heavily recruit students from rural states to increase their geographic, political and socioeconomic diversity. Historically, Harvard has lowered its minimum standardized test scores for some students recruited from what it calls sparse country 20 largely rural states like Montana, South Dakota, Alabama and, yes, West Virginia, where few students tend to apply to elite universities. Dr. G said he knows that for students focused on marquee names, W, V, U, may not be the first choice. But in his recruiting trips all over the state on the private plane leased by the university, he tries to hit all 55 counties once a year. He frames it as the right choice if students want to serve their communities. I want all of you to stay and never cross that border, and I want our young people to stay, he told the mayor, a pastor and other pillars of the community who gathered for a reception in his honor in McDowell County on the trip in November. We are everyone's university. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below.